Hello, I'm here today with Dale. Dale is the founder of Weirdly. She's also working on a couple of other new exciting ventures that I'm sure will come to the market soon. But Dale, how are you?
I'm really great, Rob. Thanks for inviting me along.
No worries at all. It's always great to catch up. Dale and I have known each other, well, it's over a decade now, isn't it, Dale?
Yeah, at least a decade.
Yes, it's been great seeing the evolution of Weirdly over time, and really sure that there's some great nuggets of wisdom that you can share with the audience today. So I thought I'd ask you a question around scaling a business, because obviously Weirdly you were there from the start. You founded the business and then you scaled it over time. So what are some of the things that you need to consider if you're looking to bring on your first sales hire or your first head of sales for the business?
Thanks for asking. When we were looking at wanting to scale the business and bring on that senior sales hire, just before we answer that, just take a step back. I probably initially, as all founders do when you start, I was driving the sales to begin with. So I was right at that stage where I wanted to perhaps take a step back from just being the only face in sales to being able to work a bit more on the business and not just in it. And I felt like I was becoming a bit of a bottleneck because as a founder or co-founder, I wasn't just looking at sales, I was also looking at delivery and I was also looking at product. So as you grow and want to scale and you want to deliver to more customers, you need to look at how you're going to scale up. One of the first lessons I learned was I had to make sure as a business that we had the runway to sustain bringing on someone with a much bigger salary who had, because to get someone who's a head of sales and that we want them to have the experience so they can come in and at least hit the ground running to begin with. That comes with what comes with that is a really big salary and commission structure. So that was a consideration. The first time, perhaps I didn't have the runway. Second time, I was a bit more considerate. Understanding there needs to be enough leads to be able to keep that salesperson going. One of the things I reflect on now is perhaps creating positive problems around creating too many leads. So really focusing on the marketing strategy first, so that when that head of sales comes in, they've at least got some leads to start with. And I think that having a 6-month lead in with marketing ahead before bringing on that salesperson is really important.
I love that, creating positive problems. And as a former head of sales, I would have loved to have been stepping into a role where it's like, hey, I've got all these qualified leads here for you. Can you please go and convert them? That's certainly a positive problem I would have liked to have had back in the day. So
100%.
yeah, no, that's awesome. I think that's really good advice. So just to paraphrase there, just make sure you're considerate about having that runway to enable that head of sales or senior sales hire to ramp and not expect to see that success in less than 6 months. It's just not going to happen, or very unlikely to happen. And give them that support. So by bringing in that marketing and building that lead volume and momentum ahead of time before bringing in that role. So I think they're two very good lessons learned and tips to provide to the founders out there. So thank you so much, Dale. Really appreciate your time today.
No worries. Lovely to see you again.
Likewise. Thanks, Dale.